All right, everybody, welcome. My name is Matt Middlestad. I've got Jerry Becker over here. Welcome to another No Agent Left Behind mastermind, where we talk about all types of things to help you in your real estate business. We feel that real estate agents should get free value, and that's what we're here to do, is to give you real free value. And that's what we don't want any agents left behind. And so today we're going to talk about objections. All right. The training is going to be on objections. And objections can come in all types of fashions, okay? It could be, I'm just looking, we all object. It's a human nature to basically throw an objection. Jerry, have you ever walked into a store and somebody says to you, hey, do you need some help? And what do you usually say, Jerry?
I'm just looking.
Exactly, and
I'm here with my wife. She's already in the store, and
Yeah. And the reason we do that is we don't want to be bothered at first, right? And we don't want to be sold anything, right, Jerry? Is that correct?
That's the main thing right there.
Yeah, we don't want to be sold anything. So we always talk to agents and we say, hey, listen, you need to be the best relationship builder, okay? So when you get an objection from somebody, and we're going to go over a few today, you can't get offended by it, okay? You just have to keep moving forward and building that relationship with them. So the first objection I'm going to go over today is the objection is, I already have an agent. So I'm going to ask Jerry, how would you handle it if I told you I'm the consumer and I said, I already have an agent? How would you handle it?
I'd say, first of all, that's great. Congratulations. Agents can provide a lot of value during the process of buying or selling a home. What agent are you, or who are you working with? I might know them.
Yeah, I'm working with John Smith.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, I don't want to step on anyone's toes. John's a great agent. He provides great value. If there's anything else that I can do for you, let me know. And I wish you well in your endeavors.
Fantastic. And that's the perfect way to handle it, okay? Because here's what the consumer is thinking, okay? There's a lot of psychology that goes into everything that we do with building relationships to helping customers buy and sell homes. But the psychology is the consumer is waiting for you to step on their toes. The consumer is waiting for you to say, oh, well, I can help you out, or I could do this. But we don't do that. That would be unethical, right? So exactly what Jerry said, he's going to say, hey, that's awesome. Fantastic. Congratulations. And hey, listen, if you ever need any help with anything, obviously reach out to John Smith. But if for some reason it doesn't work out, willing to be here to help you out. Okay. And totally, wish you the best on your endeavors. Okay. So that's a perfect way to handle that objection. Now, here's the deal. Like I said, don't let the objection offend you. Okay. Move on. And when you have shown that kindness to that actual consumer, you never know what might come back to you one day. Okay. So just remember that what you put in is what you get back at you. All right. Now, let's talk about the objection, especially when you are basically, let's just say that you're going through your follow-up, or a new lead comes in and you make your first contact with that lead, wherever it comes in from, and you call them and you're trying to help them out. And they say, Jerry, we're just looking. How would you handle that?
So it looks like you've started your process of looking for a house. Do you know when approximately you're going to purchase?
Yeah, Jerry, we just started looking.
Excellent. Yes. So do you know an area that you're wanting to purchase in, or you kind of researched the different areas that you would prefer?
Yeah, we're kind of looking in the, the North Austin area, but we're kind of keeping our options open, because the market's pretty hot and things are going pretty fast. So yeah, we just started looking.
Yeah, it's probably a good idea to find out those areas where you can purchase. Have you started with the loan officer application? Have you talked to anybody about the mortgage yet?
You know what? No, we're just really just kind of getting our feet wet.
Excellent. Okay.
Sorry about that. So Jerry, what Jerry's doing is trying to build a relationship, kind of find out what their wants and their needs are, and he's not letting the objection which is we're just looking, affect him in trying to help them out, be a helpfulness. Because what the consumer is saying when they say we're just looking, they're basically just they don't want to be sold anything. Okay. They're wanting to kind of do their own research. But hey, what if you said this, Jerry? What if you said, hey, just tell me, Jerry, hey, Jerry, I saw that you called on that property. Just tell me you're just looking.
Hey, yeah, Matt, my wife and I, we just started looking.
Hey, totally understand that, Jerry. And listen, that's where it all starts. Now, can I ask you, what stage in the we're just looking stage are you in?
Oh, we've just been driving neighborhoods.
Okay. And what does we're just looking mean to you?
Types of homes. My wife's been looking at things. Of course, she's like antsy to get, moved somewhere in the future and, start raising a family. So we've just been looking online for things, and sometimes we'll drive by an open house.
Okay, fantastic. That's where it all starts, right? It all starts with just looking. That's fantastic. So tell me this, Jerry. You've been driving around looking at some different houses and different open houses, things of that nature. What area are you looking to plant your family at?
In good old Buda, Texas.
Good old Buda, Texas. Okay, fantastic.
That's where my sister lives.
Okay, awesome. Is she from Buda originally?
She is.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, that town has really grown up a lot. Did you originally grow up there as well?
No, I grew up in Mississippi.
Okay, Mississippi. Awesome. Do you follow Mississippi football up there?
I went to Mississippi State Bulldogs.
All right, the Bulldogs. Awesome. That's fantastic. Well, hey, listen, I just want to kind of find out a little bit about what you're looking for to maybe help you out, save you a little bit of gasoline on all the open houses. And what I'll do is I'll just get a little information from you, bedrooms, baths, square footage. I already know the area. And then what I can do is I can handpick some houses and send them over to your email. How's that sound?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Awesome. Fantastic. All right. So as you see there, I didn't let we're looking. Some agents, what they do is they go, okay, you're just looking. Okay, great. Next. No, what they're doing is that's a cry out for help. They're looking. They need the professional to help them look. It would be like this, Jerry. If I said, hey, Jerry, I'm not feeling really well, and I walked to the doctor's office and I just sat there and I didn't tell them anything what was wrong, how are they going to help me, right? Okay, they're not going to be able to help me. I've got to tell the doctor what's going on. Well, I kind of look at us as house doctors. We got to tell our clients have to tell us what their wants and their needs are so that we can get a cure for it, which is, helping them with their housing needs. So that's awesome. Okay, so that's the second objection there.
Matt, real quick, one thing I find effective, especially if you have, transactions under your belt is, I've worked with a lot of people that were just starting looking for houses and so forth. And what I found out was they really enjoyed when I sent them a list of houses on a regular basis that matched exactly what they were looking for. Is that something that you might be interested in?
Yeah, absolutely. And you know what I love about that, Jerry, is a lot of agents, they will just, for instance, you told me Buda. They'll just set up a search in Buda with a bunch of houses, right? But they didn't listen to their client on what they're actually looking for. So they get this massive list of houses and then they're having to surf through it. And they're like, well, I can do that on my own with Zillow. You know what I mean? So the best thing to do is find out what those wants and needs are: bedrooms, baths, square footage, area, maybe school district, things like that. And then narrow the search down for them and send them specific homes that'll match that. That way, when they open up their email, they're like, ooh, I want to go see this one, or I want to go see this one. And then guess who they're going to call to open that door? If it's not an open house, they're going to call you because you actually listened to them and showed them stuff that had their wants and their needs. So great stuff there. Now, listen, let's say that we run into a client, and we run into this every once in a while, and a client says, I don't know if my credit is good enough.
Mm-hmm.
How would you handle that, Jerry?
When it comes to the credit and all that, I'm always going to push them towards the financial expert, the mortgage loan officer, I'm going to tell them that only really by doing an application or talking to a trained lender, mortgage loan officer, are they really going to understand whether they can qualify at this moment. And the great thing about getting with the mortgage loan officer now or up front is if there is anything that you would need to do in order to get qualified, they're going to tell you specifically what you need to do rather than just guessing. I know some people have spent money and hired, credit repair companies, and then they find out later that the lender or the loan officer could have helped them do those things without spending any money. So I always push people to the lender first, or not push them per se, but like really stress the importance of actually talking to that lender right now. Even if they don't do an application, we can still get on the phone and have a conversation just to start the process, and they can answer a few questions. Then they see the value that that loan officer is going to provide. Then they're more likely to move forward with you because now you've started that, you helped them solve that first problem. So
Yeah, absolutely, 100%. And I this is how I say that. So if they say, "Hey, listen, I don't know if my credit's good enough," I say, "Hey, listen, don't worry, okay? Don't worry. I understand your concerns. All right. So let the client know that, hey, listen, don't worry, because one of the biggest things is they think their credit's bad and they think, oh, I'll never be able to buy a house, so I'm not even going to try, right? And so you, as a real estate agent, have to be almost like a counselor, okay? And you have to say to them, listen, I totally understand your concern. And I want to let you know what I want to do is I want to get a game plan for you, because I truly believe that everybody on this planet Earth can buy a home, even if their credit is bad or not. The difference between the ones that don't is the difference is they never get a game plan. They never get a game plan to be able to know exactly what they need to do. And so what I have is I have some lenders that I work with that can give you a game plan on what you can do to help your credit to get you in a position to buy. And if you follow the game plan, just like in football or any other sports, if they follow the game plan to the T, guess what happens? You score a touchdown. Well, in this case, we want to help you score a touchdown, which is you moving into your new home. So I'm going to go ahead and get you in touch with the professional that can give you that game plan. Once he's done with the game plan, as long as you follow that game plan, then you will be handed over the keys to your house. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and get you in touch with that person today. But don't worry, I'm going to hold your hand through this process, and we're going to make sure that we get you into a home. Okay. All right. So listen, that's one. Yeah, that's one little objection there. Okay. That you just have to show them that you care. Okay. Because you do care. Now let's talk about this next objection. We are not in a hurry. Our lease is up in November. So let's say that you are meeting a client. We're in January right now, and they're out looking at homes right now. And they said, hey, we're not in a hurry. Our lease is up in November. We've heard it all the time, right? Now, listen, that doesn't, I've met with clients that have said that, and they're in a home by March or April. Okay. So Jerry, if somebody said that to you, how would you handle that objection?
actually, I just had it. In fact, they were also saying that because they're self-employed, that they didn't make enough, they didn't think they made enough money to afford this certain area in Grapevine, Texas. But actually showing them that and talking to the mortgage lender, to use the previous question or objection, we were actually able to show them they can afford a house in that area. First of all, it's just they didn't have all the information, right? And then the second thing is he said, hey, our lease is up in December. But we know that they're very excited about buying a house, their first house, because they're already looking right now, and they've already reached out to Donna, who's one of our agents. They reached out to her and are wanting to see homes right now. So that tells me that they're a little more motivated than just, hey, we're going to move in December, right? If the right thing fell into place, it sounds like they definitely want to get out of their apartment and maybe wanted to move sooner. So first thing we did was set up a automated search, a customized search specific for their needs, looking for what the houses they want. And because they're in the first process of that, sometimes they don't always know exactly what they're looking for. Sometimes they need to go see a house or start looking before now they're saying, hey, we're going to look in ULIS as well. So I can already tell that they're excited about buying a house, and then they may move sooner. So we're just going to start with the process and move forward as if they're going to buy the house as soon as possible.
Absolutely, 100%. And I'll give another example. I had a referral that came to me, and I referred it out to one of my agents on my team. And the referral basically told them, hey, we want to start looking at homes. Their lease was up, I think, in like September. And this was just at the end of the year. And basically, I got them hooked up with the agent. They were going to go look at houses. And then the buyer said, okay, well, wait. Do you think we're too early because my lease is up in September? And basically, here's what we said. We said, hey, listen, and we were only on the phone with this client. So this goes really well with the phone. I said, hey, listen, let's set up a buyer consultation through Zoom, and let's really dig down to what you're looking for. And then let's send you some specific properties, and then let's go take a look at them. Let's go ahead and start looking at the market so you can get comfortable with it. And basically within about 2 to 3 weeks of looking at some houses, the buyer found a new build that was going to be ready in May. Okay. And she went ahead and signed the contract. And then she sent over her lease for us to review. We looked at her lease, and there was a way that she could buy out of her lease. Okay. From the time she was going to be there. And she was willing to buy herself out of the lease because she was so excited about the house she was going to move into.
Yeah.
So remember, this is an emotional buying decision. So you have to get them excited about it, and they will make those decisions for themselves. So if they say that, just keep working them, find them the perfect house. And when they find the perfect house, they're going to figure out how to get out of that lease. Okay. So don't let that objection pull you away from, helping a client find a home. Okay. These objections we went over today, Jerry, these are natural objections that we hear all the time. And all we have to do is overcome them with kindness and show them a way of helping them. And then the objections become minute. Okay. That's basically all I have for today in the objection category. All right. It's kind of a short video today, but I know that these were, I reached out to numerous agents. These were some of the top 4 objections that basically buyers say. And so I wanted to drop them on this channel today. And listen, if you ever need help with anybody, any type of, game plans or anything, doesn't matter what brokerage you're with, we are a group of agents that are here to help other agents. Our mindset is we grow together, no agent left behind. My phone number personally is 512-939-9556. You can reach out to me at any time. Make sure that you hit the subscribe button. Okay. Subscribe to our channel. So that way, what we can do is we can deliver more value to you in your business to help you grow. And then Jerry, Jerry's out of the Dallas area. If you're watching this video, and it doesn't matter what area you're in, but Jerry, go ahead and drop your phone number so they have that as well.
You can reach me at 214-442-3985. Again, that's 214-442-3985. Thanks, Matt.
Fantastic. Thanks everybody. Hope y'all have a wonderful rest of your week. And we'll see you next week. We'll be bringing another topic to help you in your real estate business. Talk to you soon. Thanks so much.